Every time you flip a light switch, you create a magnet. Not a fridge magnet, not the kind you can hold. But every wire in your house carrying electricity is quietly generating its own invisible magnetic field right now. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but it's there, wrapping around every wire like an invisible cocoon. And the moment scientists discovered this strange connection between electricity and magnetism, it blew their minds. And then it changed the world. The year is 1820. A Danish scientist named Hans Christian Oersted is giving a lecture about electricity. He has a battery, some wire, and a compass sitting nearby on the table. When he connects the wire to the battery, something strange happens. The compass needle moves, not toward the wire, not away from it. It swings sideways, pointing in a circle around the wire. Oersted just stares at it. Nobody in the room can explain what just happened. What Oersted stumbled onto was one of the biggest secrets in physics. Whenever electricity flows through a wire, it creates a magnetic field that wraps around it like an invisible tube. Picture water flowing through a garden hose and the hose itself starts spinning. That's basically what happens, except instead of spinning, the wire creates this invisible magnetic force that circles around it. The more electricity you push through, the stronger that magnetic field gets. It sounds like magic, but it's just physics. But here's the problem. A single straight wire makes a really weak magnet. You'd barely notice it. So how do you make it stronger? You take that wire and wrap it into a coil, like winding thread around a spool. And something amazing happens. Each loop of wire creates its own little magnetic field, and when you stack those loops next to each other, all those tiny fields add up. Suddenly your coil is acting like a real magnet, with a north pole on one end and a south pole on the other. Now here's where it gets really clever. That coil of wire, called a solenoid, makes a decent magnet on its own. But scientists discovered that if you slide a piece of iron into the center of the coil, the magnetic field doesn't just get a little stronger, it gets hundreds of times stronger. The iron works like an amplifier. See, iron is full of tiny magnetic regions called domains. Normally they all point in random directions, canceling each other out. But inside that coil's magnetic field, they all snap into alignment and boom! The iron itself becomes a powerful magnet. In 1825, a British inventor named William Sturgeon put all of this to the test. He bent a piece of iron into a horseshoe shape, wrapped it with 18 turns of wire, and connected it to a battery. That little piece of iron weighed just 7 ounces, about the weight of a banana. But with the current flowing, it could lift 9 pounds. That's like you picking up something 13 times your own weight with one hand. And the moment he disconnected the battery, everything dropped. The magnetism just vanished. He'd built a magnet with an off switch. And that off switch is the entire point. A regular permanent magnet is always on. It's always pulling on things and you can't stop it. But an electromagnet? Total control. Flip a switch, it's magnetic. Flip it off, everything falls. You can even adjust the strength by changing how much electricity flows through it. More current, stronger magnet. Less current, weaker. And if you reverse the direction of the current, you actually flip the north and south poles. Good luck doing that with a fridge magnet. This is why junkyards use enormous electromagnets to move cars around. Picture a wrecking yard with a giant crane dangling a huge metal disc. The operator flips a switch and the electromagnet powers up. A crushed car leaps off the ground, sticking to the magnet like it weighs nothing. The crane swings it across the yard. The operator cuts the power and the car just drops. Clean, simple, totally controllable. A permanent magnet could never do this. You'd never get the car unstuck. But junkyards are just the start. Electromagnets are hiding everywhere in your life. That speaker in your phone has a tiny electromagnet inside it. It pushes and pulls a cone thousands of times per second, vibrating the air to create sound. Every electric motor, from your ceiling fan to an electric car, works by electromagnets spinning around each other. Your doorbell uses one too. Press the button and an electromagnet yanks a little hammer into a bell. You probably use a dozen of them before breakfast. And then there are the extreme ones. Hospital MRI machines use superconducting electromagnets cooled to negative 269 degrees Celsius, just 4 degrees above absolute zero. They create magnetic fields 60,000 times stronger than Earth's own, strong enough to see inside your body without cutting you open. And maglev trains use electromagnets so powerful, they lift an entire train off the tracks and push it forward at over 600 kilometers per hour. No wheels, no friction, just magnets. But here's what makes all of this truly mind-blowing. Electricity and magnetism are not actually two separate things. They're two faces of the same force. Every time a charge moves, it creates magnetism. Every time a magnetic field changes, it creates electricity. Scientists call this unified force electromagnetism. And this one discovery, a compass needle twitching next to a wire over 200 years ago, led to electric motors, power plants, radio, television, the internet, and basically every piece of technology you use today. So the next time you flip a light switch, or plug in your phone, or start your car, just stop for a second and think about it. You're not just using electricity, you're creating invisible magnetic fields all around you, in the wires, in the walls, everywhere. Over 200 years ago, a scientist noticed a compass needle twitch next to a wire, and he had no idea what he had just stumbled onto. Every wire carrying current really is a secret magnet, and that one weird little secret built the entire modern world. If you like this video, check out one of these, and don't forget to subscribe.